Hey everyone, so today I'm going to show you how to achieve this look using the Naked 2 palette. It's my new favourite palette. I prefer it to the Naked one, and yeah, I'm just going to show you how to achieve this everyday kind of look, so it's not too dressy. It doesn't take very long at all when you kind of get in the swing of it, and I hope you enjoy. Bye! So first things first, I need to moisturise my face. I like using this Clean and Clear Dual Action Moisturiser. It's oil free. I use it once a day in the morning. I don't actually moisturise any other time because I don't have oily skin, but this moisturiser is so good I only need a little bit and only need it once a day. I find it doesn't make me like sweat at all. It's not heavy. It just keeps my skin at a really good moisture balance, so I don't peel. I'm not overly oily or anything. I personally really like it. I got it because people had said it was so good. Next, you want to use whatever foundation you want to use. I'm just going to get myself to a nice skin base, which is what I like, so that we can use the foundation properly. You want to give your skin a couple of minutes to just sink in, and then pop a primer on. Personally, I like to do this. I'm using the L'Oreal Studio Secrets. I've been using it for years, and this is my third pot. I love it. I tend to just pop it a little bit more concentrated. You don't need much anyway. In my where I have quite enlarged pores, so that's my cheeks, my nose, just the top of my forehead and my chin, and then I normally just spread it onto the other areas, only a slight amount. So next I like to use my Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation. This one's in 2N2 Fresco. There you go. And because it's not a heavy foundation, but it's heavier than I like at the moment because my skin's not too bad, but I still need that bit of coverage. I like the way this sets. Like, it's not matte, but it stays all day. So I like to mix it with the L'Oreal Paris Lumi Magique. It's probably not said like that. This is a primer base. It's really, really glowy. So just give this a quick shake. I just pop it on the lid of my L'Oreal Studio Secrets, and I pop some of the primer in as well, just to lighten it up a bit, not in colour but in consistency, and also it just gives a bit of a glow to the face. It's amazing how little of that foundation you need. Like, that will cover my whole face, and then I put a good old squirt of that in. It looks like it would lighten up the foundation a lot, but it honestly doesn't, because it's nearly all just kind of shimmer, really. I just mix that in with the top of my tweezers. I absolutely love, this needs a wash actually, the Real Techniques stippling brush. I think it's absolutely brilliant. I want to get the buffing brush because that looks awesome as well. So I just get some on there, and then I start in the centre of my face, stippling it on. So you can see, this stippling brush has really like fine hairs, so I stipple it on and then buff it in. And it makes any foundation look flawless, even probably the thickest foundation. And then once I buffed it all in, I stipple it again. So yeah, that's what that is. Okay, so my foundation is on. Next thing I like to do is apply some concealer. I use NC30 Studio Finish Concealer. It's relatively new, so there's lots in there compared to my other one, which is has been used a lot. I've actually hit pan on this, but still, I had this for about a year before I actually hit pan. Anyway, I just like to use my fingers because I find that it's the best way to apply this particular concealer, because otherwise it can get a bit like stripy and blotchy. But I just have a few blemishes down my neck, which is always really annoying, so I always have to put foundation on my neck. And then just, you know, if you don't need concealer then don't use it, but I just need the tiniest amount of a couple of places. Next I have another concealer. This is for under my eyes. This is the Collection 2000 Perfecting Finish. This is light, number 2. This is just incredible. Honestly, it's the best under eye concealer I've ever used. It's better than Erase Paste by Benefit. because it just doesn't crease. As soon as you put it on, it gets rid of all of your dark circles and any darkness you have. It lines up your face and it just doesn't crease, it doesn't budge, and I absolutely love it. I apply it with a very dirty tapered blending brush from Sleek. I need to wash all my brushes this weekend. And what I tend to do is just really kind of loosely, this brush always sheds everywhere, really loosely blend it in, kind of make a bit of a triangle under your eye to lighten your eye up, and then I use my ring finger and I blot it in, or push it in anyway. Okay, then just some basics I always do, some Hoola bronzer, look how little I have left, tapered face brush, just a little bit of contouring, only a tiny bit, I don't want it too much because this is a daytime look. I just find it helps make the face look a bit more awake, but you don't need loads. I don't know if it's just me. I just find that little bit of extra definition helps a lot. I've got really bad cramp in my forearm. So I got some books from the library yesterday and they were so heavy. My arm was cramping by the time I got back to the flat. Owie. Next I'm using Melba blush. It's my absolute favourite, if I can open it. It's by MAC and it's a matte peachy pink. More peachy than pink. I love it. I love matte blushes now. They are just so natural. Just put that on your apples and then lift it upwards. Don't want it to be too obvious. Then I'm just going to take a little bit of this Lumi Magic, pop it on the back of my hand, only a tiny bit, and just dot that on the tops of my cheeks because I don't have any powder highlighter with me, but this works just as well. Works a bit like High Beam, but it's more white. So that's not overly noticeable. Actually, I'm just going to put a little bit more on. Just so it's more, so you can't see it because it wasn't blended in that well. There you go. It's just completely natural. Anyway, don't know if you can see it. Now on to the fun part. Eyes. So first you definitely need to prime your eyes. I do anyway. I have really oily eyelids. My urban decay thing is ridiculous. Whenever I open it I try not to actually touch it myself, so because all of the purple goes all over me and then it gets on my eye, and then as soon as it's on your skin it like just doesn't come off. So I always put something between my fingers and that. Like put a little bit on your eyes. Don't need much at all. Just blend that in. I've been wanting the Naked 2 palette for ages. I asked my parents if I could have it for my birthday and they said yes, of course, and here it is. You'll have seen it, so it's absolutely beautiful. I prefer it so much, not just because of the colours but because of the actual packaging. This gets really dirty and it also can flip open by itself, whereas this is a tin and it's wipe clean, it's really easy to clean. When you open them both, this mirror smashed anyway, I think because it's quite flimsy in here, and this one has a full-sized mirror which is so much better. I do love the colours in here, but they're more bronzy, more shimmery, more kind of like out there colours, so they're good for if you're on holiday and stuff and nighttime, whereas these are much more everyday sort of colours, and I found myself using it every day. So one on top, two on the bottom. They're very similar. They are really similar. Pick one or the other. I would personally say this one because it's more universal. So anyway, I don't know look at what I do. I just kind of go with the flow. Every morning I just like look at whichever one I want and I pick that one. So I'm going to start with Chopper, which is this beautiful peachy shimmery colour, and I mean like full on shimmer glitter, so you definitely need to tap your brush off. Whew, so much came off then. Right. So you're just going to pop this all over your lids. Actually, I'm going to zoom in for you. Is that okay? So you just want to pop this all over your lids. It's an absolutely lovely colour. Very pigmented. I mean, there's never a problem with Urban Decay not being good quality, because it always is. Their eyeshadows are the best. Right, and then pop a little bit underneath. This is kind of how I do my basic eye every day, no matter what colours they are. Just so that it looks nice and blended and relatively natural. Next, I'm going to take blending brush, dirty, don't look at it, and I'm going to use, I haven't actually used YDK yet, but I'm not going to use it today because it won't really fit in, but it's so shimmery. I'm going to use a tiny bit of Suspect, which is, I'm going to use Suspect and Snakebite, these two. They're really pretty. I'm going to use a tiny bit of Suspect just on the outer half, just on top of Chopper. To add a bit different dimension, colour-wise. Actually, I think I'm just going to put a little bit all over, just to change the colour a bit. Then I'm taking Snakebite, definitely tap it off. And I'm just going to put this into the outer V, just prepare for it, well, just prepare it so you can blend it. So now you've applied all the eyeshadow, you want to make sure it's blended. As you can see, it really isn't. So I'm going to take my tapered blending brush and just pop it into the colour Foxy. It's this kind of hay yellow, it's like a white yellow kind of colour, it's completely matte. So just pop it in there, tap it off, and then just go to the top of the colour and start blending. You want it to look as natural as possible. Take more eyeshadow if you need, it just helps it blend out, I find anyway. So you can see already the difference. Okay, once you're all blended, I like to take this large fluff brush and then I do my highlight. I'm going to use Beauty Cool. It's a lovely kind of creamy white pearlescent eyeshadow. Then just pop this just under the brow bone, or on the brow bone should I say. Bring it down to the colour a little bit and then you can blend it a little bit more with this brush as well. I'm all about blending. If it's not blended, it ain't good. Take a little bit of this in the inner corner and this just helps open your eyes up. And as you can see, that's a really simple look. I'm just gonna, because I don't want to lose all the colour, I want it blended but don't want the colour to be lost. The lighting really isn't that great in here, it's kind of winding me up. Okay, so as you can see, it's a really lovely look. It's not too intense, it's quite natural. And I'll show you what I like to do next. I really love doing this recently. I never used to do it before, but it's only because of Teddy, the eyeliner from MAC. These are like £10, which I guess is quite expensive, but look how much there is and how long it's going to last you. I use this nearly every day for over a month, and it's like, you know, no, like 2 months now, I swear. So what I like to do is just draw this on the inner half of both the top and then the inner third of the bottom, and then I blend it out with a cotton bud. So just do that. You don't have to be overly precise with it. Try and get it to your lash line. But it's being blended, so don't worry. Have it a little bit thicker on the outside. Then you just want to run on top of the eyeliner and just blend it. So it's not so harsh, more of a shadow. Okay, so you can see that's blended in now, and it just, I find it just gives the eyes a really nice, and it's surprisingly natural definition. Like, no one ever notices it, no one ever asks me. So that's why I like it. It could just be like, you have a, it just makes your eyelashes look a lot thicker. Next, I like to curl my eyelashes. I curl them once and then again a few times as I go up. And I have, finally, I got this mascara. It's the Bourjois Volume Fast and Perfect. It's the one that moves, rotates for you. I've wanted it for ages and I didn't have any money, but it was my birthday. And my boyfriend's sister gave me a gift voucher. So I got some makeup items that I wouldn't have got otherwise because I thought they were too expensive, so it was a really lovely present. The brush is lovely and thick, and then you can see it rotates 2 ways, so whichever way your hand is going. So now I'm just going to pop my mascara on. Wrong way. love this mascara. It doesn't transfer at all, and it's not cloggy because it brushes through, so it doesn't clump. So now I've done my mascara, I just really lightly fill in my eyebrows. I like to use a mixture of Brulee and Cork by MAC. I literally, oh, and a 266 brush. I touch in Cork, then twice in Brulee, tap it, and then I just really gently fill in my eyebrows because I don't want it to be too dark, but my eyebrows aren't really bright blonde anyway, so I just want them lightly defined. Just like that. Once I do that then, because I just don't want it too dark, I tend to just like run my fingers through. Sometimes I put a clear mascara through, but okay, now so I'm almost done. All I want to do now are my lips. I like to use MAC Subculture Lip Pencil. Just gently run this all around the outside of my lips. It's a really fair colour, so don't have to be too precise. I like to just get it so it kind of rubs in a little bit, so it's not just on the outside. I like it because it just gives a tiny bit of definition, and it's brilliant with this next colour. And this is a L'Oreal Caress, is it Caress? Yeah, 501. And this is like a Revlon Butter wannabe, but I love it. It looks so much nicer than the Revlon Butters. I don't have any of them. I do want to get some, but they didn't have the colours that I wanted. And it's just a really nude, so moisturising. The formula is lush. Because even MAC Luster lipsticks, they dry out your lips near the end. But this is just moisture, moisture, moisture. And it's very natural as well, that's why I like it so much. So, this is my everyday Urban Decay Naked Palette look for you. Let me just zoom in so you can see exactly what I look like. The skin and stuff doesn't matter, it's just what you want to do, but this is what I like to do. So you can see it's just very light and shimmery with some definition around the outside of the eyes. And big eyelashes, just because I like my eyelashes quite big. And then a natural kind of natural nude colour on the lips. And my skin is just kind of as flawless as I can get it with a small amount of highlighter. So, that's my tutorial, guys. I hope you like it.